Okay, so what's up guys, it's Matters, and we're going to be talking about a World War II Zombies headquarters. Now, we have this multiplayer headquarters, although it's not entirely working and, you know, all of the players aren't really in. Usually you go in there solo, so it has its problems, but the multiplayer headquarters, at least the idea of it, is to have like a whole ton of people in there and they're all interacting and they're doing all these different challenges together and they're increasing their social rank and all this different stuff. And you know, it's a really like cool idea. You have, you know, a ton of different things you can just access within the headquarters. So they have that for multiplayer, but they don't have it for zombies. And you know, I guess there's a zombie section, and what I want to talk about within this video is if they do their own separate thing, what they would add there. But the zombie section just brings you to the menu. It literally just, you go in there and there's only one option and it brings you to the menu of zombies. And it's just such a weird, it's almost like a waste of space. It doesn't really make sense as to why they would put that there. So I want to talk about within this video, you know, what they can actually change to, you know, either make that worthwhile just going into that little bunker for zombies in headquarters, or if they make their own World War II zombies headquarters within the menu and have this huge just area where they have all the similar stuff to multiplayer, but instead in zombies. So that being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get started. So World War II Zombies headquarters, they could either do the exact replica of what we have with multiplayer. So you basically, it doesn't need to be the exact same layout, but you have, you know, like the Black Ops 3 forest. That main menu could have been like headquarters. So the main menu is you walking around in the forest and doing all this cool stuff and accessing different, you know, characters and gobblegums and looking at your progression and all just different stuff like that. It could have just been the same thing, but within Black Ops 3 it could have been within like a forest setting, because that was the main menu backdrop, and that would have been a cool sort of headquarters location. Now with, you know, World War II Zombies, the actual headquarters location could be, you know, maybe just outside Groston House, or, you know, like in that prologue area. That's, you know, that would be a pretty solid location for that, and that'd be like the main hub where obviously you have a bit more of a progressional sort of aspect to it. Right now, zombies, there's not much you can do. They should really have different daily contracts, weekly contracts, the different orders, like all this different stuff should be within zombies, and you should be able to access that similarly as you are in multiplayer in the headquarters. You should be able to do it within a zombies headquarters. So you go to different stations, you get the contracts, and the contracts are a bit more specific to zombies. So you're using LMGs, you're using different consumables, different, you know, different varieties. It's almost like the challenges, almost like the things that you get for the things you have to do to get these different secret characters. You know, they could really incorporate that very well into a zombies headquarters and, you know, into their certain contracts. So, you know, really this is not just about the headquarters itself, but it's also about increasing the replayability of zombies, because right now you go into zombies and there's not much incentive to really grind for levels or really grind. I guess, you know, the characters is a new thing and it's pretty fun, but other than that, there's not much else you can really do. So having the headquarters, having, you know, all this everyone in the actual headquarters, you know, running around doing different stuff. You know, maybe you can have sort of like a turned style 1v1, so you can, you know, get random people to 1v1 with each other, and it has like the turn style thing where you go and you're a zombie and you're killing people and you're doing all this. I know it was stupid, but that really is like a headquarters game mode, or a headquarters mini game mode if you think about it. It would work a lot better within headquarters than it did within, you know, a DLC 1-pack as a whole thing. Grief could 100% be incorporated into headquarters as an actual thing where you get a bunch of different people that are all in the headquarters, assuming the headquarters actually works. So assuming that you get, you know, 40 people within the actual headquarters lobby, just random people, or maybe some of your friends and the rest random, and you have to like get everyone in the game, get everyone in the section of the headquarters where you have this arena where you battle it out in a grief game mode. Again, those two game modes work so well and they make so much sense with this headquarters setting. So that too as well, having the progression, having the contracts, having the stuff to grind for, having these different challenges to do, you know, similar to the challenges that you have for the secret characters, but just in an actual just open format where you can look and see today's challenge is to get to round 50. Just different stuff like that, just really cool different stuff. it just brings you into the game. It makes you want to play it. And I think the headquarters is a pretty important part of it, because if you just had, you know, grief and then just a menu with different things, I definitely realized with the headquarters, it's a lot more fun just doing it in person, walking around, doing all this different cool stuff. They could have easily, like the multiplayer headquarters, they could have all just thrown it in a menu, and you just click through a menu and just click different buttons, and you don't necessarily need the headquarters, but it adds just so much more depth to the game that it just makes you want to play. It makes you want to get in there, and it makes you want to do different stuff. It makes you want to go for these contracts and play 1v1s. So if they did that for zombies, having, instead of 1v1s, you have turned, and then you have grief. I mean, oh man, it's such a cool thing that they can do, and it just sucks that they're not putting the same amount of effort that they did for multiplayer into zombies, because like I said again, adding all the stuff I just talked about, they can make zombies really fun just by simply adding headquarters, adding these different game modes that we've seen before, but just, you know, I think you guys agree, make a ton more sense when it's in this headquarters setting. So that being said, let me know what you guys think about that. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Thank you guys for watching. You know, maybe this is something they're doing in the future, and regardless, maybe if they're just not gonna do a zombies specific headquarters location, maybe at least like the headquarters bunker, the zombies bunker within the multiplayer headquarters, maybe they'll add something to that at least. I mean, there's just nothing in there, so hopefully in there there's just new options in the future for different things. But you know, I really think having these different options within a zombie specific headquarters would just be so much fun, and it just increase just the replayability and the hype of just World War II zombies. So I don't know, let's see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment below grief if you're watching at the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching the whole video, and yeah, see you guys later.